Hello and welcome everyone to the Positivity Vibe Tribe space with our special guest at Nutritious Mind talking about abundance mindset. So we are excited to be here and about to launch this amazing topic of abundance mindset. Welcome everybody to the Positivity Vibe Tribe space. And today we are talking about abundance mindset. So really excited about this topic. And of course, we have our special guest, Isabella from Nutritious Mind. So we will be starting to warm up this space and looking forward to hearing from all of you who wish to ask questions or share us some ideas about abundance mindset towards the end of this space. Okay, here we have our special guest, Isabella. Let's get you loaded up with speaker. Welcome, Isabella, to the Positivity Vibe Tribe space. And we have Ron. Ron has arrived from our team. Hi, Isabella. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I was just trying to connect correctly, so that's why probably I went quiet. But I'm here, delighted, and looking forward to the show today.
We are so excited to have you. So yes, welcome. Welcome to Ron, one of our team members. How are you, Ron?
I'm doing well. Looking forward to this. Hello, Isabella.
Hello, Ron.
Yay. So excited to start to see everybody loading up in the space. Wow, so many familiar faces, and I see most of you are members of the Positivity Vibe Tribe. Oh, so exciting, Isabella. Okay. All right. So, okay, perfect. All right. So this is a great time as we start to warm up the space. Oh, and we have one of our co-hosts has arrived. Isabella, you remember Rev?
Absolutely. Hello, Rev.
Let's get him loaded up. Connectivity. Okay, there he is.
Hello.
And welcome. So excited to have you here, Rev.
Well, I mean, ciao, Bella. How could I miss?
So we have our guest, Isabella, is already here. Yay.
I'm very delighted. It's especially that it's definitely much cooler in London than it was yesterday. I think we've got like more than 12 degrees below what it was yesterday. So it's really much more nicer and pleasant.
Okay, quit bragging. You're in London. Big deal. I know. No, it's hot there. Holy cow. Dude, they don't even have air conditioning there. They're like, oh my God. I have 5,000 air conditionings coming, Boris. They're $15,000 each. All right, buddy, be ready. But we're going to get you guys covered.
Oh, yes. So thank you. Well, definitely we've got a lot to catch up with because we are not used to such high temperatures. So obviously air conditioning is not something that normally we have in our houses, in our homes. But we are working on it. It's okay.
Well, look, I mean, we're not going to talk about it, but it rhymes with global warming. And I mean, we'll just go from there. But I'm just like, it is dangerous. And so we're sending you lots of love, like 104 degrees. I mean, that's crazy. You guys are practically at the North Pole anyway up there. So
thank you anyway. Thank you, Rev.
Oh, thank you. We're so excited to have you here.
Well, I'm very excited too. Very excited.
Excellent. Everybody, DM everybody. Go out on the street if it's not 104. Sign somebody up for Twitter. If you sign them up and get them on the Positivity Vibe Tribe, you're just going to feel so good about yourself, and they're going to love you. And, do it with a client. Do it with a friend. Do it with your grandma, Get the word out there. Sorry, Indra, go ahead. It's your show.
Oh, no, that was perfect, because while you were warming up the room, I was tweeting out the space, which is the perfect time, everybody. Tweet out the space, please, so that we can bring so many more wonderful people into this space to hear about abundance mindset. Part 4, I should say. So it's really about, it's been quite a journey. And so we're going to cover off so many amazing things in this space. We're going to do a summary of the journey that we've been talking about with Isabella. And we're probably going to bring that to, you know, a grand finale for this topic, and have to bring you back, Isabella, for a new topic.
Yeah, that would be lovely. Thank you.
Yes, no, it's thoroughly exciting. So we have a new thing that we're doing that is, please tweet out the space, and then we usually pick a random person and highlight and read out their profile in the space. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Just as a thank you, right? You know, to thank them for posting out and tweeting out this space. So all you have to do is just literally hit that blue button on the right bottom corner, and your space, the space is just tweeted out, the space card, and pretty much later on we will choose somebody, and it'll be fun. And usually,
who does that?
Actually, Dr. M or Ron, either. It's
right.
If Dr. M isn't with the patient, then he'll do it. Otherwise, Ron will do it.
Ron, listen, Ron, I just want to give you a little advice. Doesn't matter how charming Isabella is, she can't win. Okay, just letting you know.
Oh God,
that's right. It's got to be somebody from the tribe here in the space. So we have so many wonderful people. Oh my gosh, my heart just warms, Isabella, because as you know, you've been in the tribe, in the community, and
yes.
all of these people, most of these people here are already members, posting in that beautiful community. And many of you who aren't, you're going to have an opportunity to post and to join this vibrant community, because as we speak, our other co-host, Dr. M, has arrived and is super speedy at loading up the nest, which, oh, look at that. Talk about fast.
Man, look at the Jumbotron.
I know, it is there and lock and loaded. Everybody, let's head on up to the nest, and thank you so much, Dr. M. Isabella, I think you've met Dr. M before, right?
Oh, yes.
Right. So he is our super fast loading up the nest person. How are you, Dr. M?
Hi, everybody. I'm doing well. We have a case we have to do here at our clinic, so I just wanted to say hi, and then I will sit and listen to the rest of the space. We'll not be able to speak, but very much looking forward to it's our third space with Isabella.
Fourth,
right?
Actually.
Yes.
It's going to be awesome. I very much look forward to it. Thank you for giving us your time again, Isabella.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Well,
don't let Dr. M fool you. Since he first appeared in that Goldfinger movie a long time ago, he's probably got some big acting gig or something right now.
Okay, let us head up to the nest, and then we can get this show on the road, shall we? All right, first up in the nest is, hey, everybody, I'm excited to announce that I have the Super Followers VIP Club set up now. And basically, it's a monthly paid subscription to exclusive content. And all you have to do, guys, is hit that pink button on my profile. And then if you would like the exclusive content, then sign up for the monthly fee subscription. And we're going to have a lot of fun with this, because I'm going to release exclusive videos, first release to the super followers. And then secondly, we're going to have some very exciting and fun times in the spaces, exclusive spaces, with some of my Hollywood buddies I'm going to invite from sets, from actually a lot of them work at the studios. So that is going to be fun. And then also we're going to have some Ask Me Anything nights. So that is going to be fun as well. So that is Super Followers. And thank you to the Super Followers I already have. I'm very grateful and feel blessed. the next thing up there is, of course, the link to join our Positivity Vibe Tribe community. So everybody, if you haven't already joined, check out the nest, click on the button, join the link, and if it's not working for you, DM myself, Ron, or Dr. M, and we'd be happy to send you a link. And then the next piece up there is thank you so much to our sponsors, Wordsmith Pakistan. So all their contact info is there, and they really do specialize in content creation. An example of that is my beautiful flyer that they've created. Really, truly talented. And then the next thing up in the nest is the actual show, Abundance Mindset. So it's my take on abundance mindset, and it's under 10 minutes, that show. So check that out. If you're curious, love you to subscribe to my channel as well. And on that note, let's make an official start to this show. Here we go. Hello, everyone in the space, and welcome. I'm Indra Bartona, a producer in the film and television industry and TV host. Originally from the Gold Coast, Australia, lived in London for several years, and now based in Los Angeles. A little bit of background on Positivity Vibe Tribe. I started my YouTube channel in June last year with a positive vibe lifestyle theme, and Positivity Vibe Tribe became my personal brand. Positivity Vibe Tribe Twitter Spaces is a natural evolution to bridge the gap between all social media platforms and, most importantly, bring them to life with full engagement conversations from all of you here. So, without further ado, let's go over a short bio for our amazing special guest, Isabella Nuedomska. Gosh, I know I butchered that. Did I?
No, you've done it pretty well.
Oh, okay. Okay. And Isabella's Twitter handle, everybody, is @NutritiousMind. So make sure you're following Isabella for amazing content if you're not already connected. Here we go. Over the last 29 years, Isabella has worked with thousands of people in the UK and across Europe, helping busy individuals and organizations raise awareness about how and what we think and what we eat and what we do habitually impacts our energy performance and our physical and mental health and the quality of our entire life. Isabella is a speaker, award-winning author, performance nutrition and wellness coach, health and mindset strategist, member of the Association of Transformational Leaders for Europe, ambassador for Women of Contribution, nutrition sponsor of the World Record Expedition, the winner of the Global Women Award 2017 for the Women Collaborating for Change. And on that note, warm welcome back, Isabella, to the Positivity Vibe Tribe.
Thank you. Indra, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm really delighted, and I'm really grateful, because obviously it's nice to be invited, but to be invited back, not just once, not just twice, but this is my fourth time on the same topic. It's just really delightful. It just means that some things that maybe I've learned over the years on experience, they are of some value to people, and it's just great to pay it forward, to share it with people. So I'm really very grateful for the opportunity, delighted to be part of this community. My hat off to you, Indra, and to all your team, because it's really wonderful thing that you are doing on a consistent basis. I wish I had, could connect more frequently, but I'm doing my, I shouldn't say I'm doing my best, but I'm making a regular progress, which makes me happy, because right now I'm actually in the community, which for a few months I just couldn't connect to it. So I just feel really delighted that I've managed to connect. Now I'm just trying to learn how to actually post in the community. I know how to comment, how to reply, but I haven't worked out how I can make a post in the community.
Sure.
I will learn that.
Well, the easiest way to do it, Isabella, and also for everybody else here, because communities is new for everybody. So this is probably a good, quick exercise that we can do, which is when you're actually in the community, which, you know, you hit the two bobbleheads down the bottom of the page, and you arrive in the Positivity Vibe Tribe community. So you're in there, and that's when you're actually directly in there, and you can just make a post as usual, okay? Because you're already in there. If you're on your home page, then the only way that you could make a post is to go up. You'll see that when you start to make a post as normal, there's like a little button, a scroll that you can, an arrow. And if you hit that, we're about to tweet, it says everyone. And then you'll have a selection to also choose the Positivity Vibe Tribe. So that's the other one. Right?
Oh, fantastic.
So two different ways, and a lot of people are still learning their way, being new members of the tribe. And I get this DM, and I know the rest of the team do a lot because it's a new thing. So we'd love to see everybody posting and commenting and liking everybody else's posts. And it really is a beautiful place. So thank you so much, Isabella. It's going to be exciting to see your posts in the community.
It will be lovely. And, you know, you can tick off, you know, one of the things about the abundance mindset, because learning new things, expanding your, growing and expanding your mind and learning something new, it is all about abundance mindset. So I think I've learned already something, and I'm very grateful for it.
Absolutely. And I just want to also mention that for the new people that have just joined the room, I'm also joined by my co-host today, Dr. M, a physician and founder of ThoughtWorks and a development accelerator, and also our RevMac Live, who's a social audio guru. Plus, we have our community moderator, Ron, who's a musician and podcaster. And on that note, we are looking for more community moderators, because if you've noticed, everybody, our community is over 6,300 strong. So it's getting a little bit big. I don't know how it just happened overnight. It is growing strong, and we are looking for wonderful people to be moderators and active in our community. So do send us a DM if you are interested, and we can certainly look into adding you to our wonderful existing team. So let's jump into the questions, because I'm super excited. So first of all, tell us a little bit about your account, Isabella, particularly for people that haven't heard you here in the space before. What can the listeners expect when they from the type of content that's in your Twitter account?
That's a brilliant question, actually. When I thought about it, I realized that actually the name of my handle, Nutritious Mind, it gives some clues, because my account is really about nourishing your mind and your body. So the content, it's all about that. It's funny that I talk about it, because when I thought about the Nutritious Mind, it was all initially about leadership and how to really help leaders to be aware that it's really about their mind, how they approach people, how they communicate, how they understand human nature and human needs, how they can really improve communication, and how they can nourish the relationship within the work environment, business environment, and obviously to extend it into the intimate and family relationships. So that was the initial input. But then I obviously realized that it's bigger, it's more. So my account, I post everything that basically helps people flourish. And when I talk about that, it's not a serious account. And when I say it's not serious account, I do post things that they have a serious impact. but I stopped taking myself long time ago seriously. I'm all about joy, playfulness, feeling good, because I appreciate how that actually creates and attracts more abundance into life. So I tweet about things that bring me joy, that inspire me, and I believe they will have an impact on other people. For example, I love taking pictures. I love nature. So I can go and spend time taking pictures of flowers. I will go around my garden. I will just look at the things, from that angle and the other angle. And I will be like a child, excited and curious how it just changed the image, the light, the sunshine, how it changed the image of the object, the flower, the blueberries. I've got blueberries right now in my garden. So I'm so excited about it. So I really post everything that excites me, that is exciting in life, that brings joy, that makes you feel good. And there are a lot of studies in relation to even receiving flowers, looking at flowers, at nature, and how that supports your health, well-being, mental health, how that relaxes you. So it's all, it just looks very light, but actually there's a lot of science behind that will back up what I'm posting about. I do post different quotes as well. I like the visual expressions of abundance in the universe. I love the going on a date with sunset. I take my mind for a walk with nature, and I use those kind of expressions that they are just fun. They bring me joy. They are part of my personality. So I don't pretend to be anything, anyone else. I'm just being myself. What you see, that's what you get. People who will like it, they will obviously regularly comment and read. People who don't like it, hey, that's no problem. We don't have to like everything. And I absolutely respect that and appreciate that. Same way, like when I read some posts, I might not straight away connect with everything, or sometimes I just reflect on things, and I actually like a lot of thought-provoking thoughts. I like to question things. I've got a very curious mind. I'm also romantic, so I like to give my sort of like a go sometimes with a little poetry and some so yes, so it's sort of like an eclectic spectrum of different things, but they're all related to nourishing your mind with positivity, with inspiration, with beauty that surrounds us. There's sort of like a theme that brings people joy. So when you look at my Twitter feed, you will not see anything that it's about pointing out that something is wrong or critical or anything. I don't post news that they can trigger the information that some negative emotions. I just detach myself from that completely. So yes, that's my account. Just me, Isabella Nuedomska, Nutritious Mind.
That's wonderful,
Hey, I think
Isabella.
you said that last name right.
I know Isabella did, but yeah, I certainly butchered it earlier. Shock horror. So we're going to hop on to the topic today, abundance mindset. So tell us, Isabella, can you lay some foundations for some of our audience that may not have heard your earlier interviews on abundance mindset? Just what are some of the foundations for abundance mindset when people hear about this word?
Well, first of all, if you look at the word itself, abundance, it comes from the Latin, and it just means basically overflowing. Or in a description in dictionary, you can have a description that it says a very large quantity of something. But when I look at the word, if you separate the abund, then you've got the second part, it's dance. So for me, abundance is really a dance with life. It's dancing with the limitless energy of the universe. That's for me, just tapping into this energy, limitless energy, the limitless possibilities. So for me, that's really how I look at abundance. But my first probably how shall I say, meeting with an abundance mindset, encounter, let's call it differently, was probably when I went through some health challenges. When I was 23, I ended up in the hospital, temporarily paralyzed with loss of speech. I was diagnosed with severe cases of panic attacks. So my kind of, it was not sort of like anxiety. It was just every time I had an attack, my body was getting into the state of paralysis. I was just numb, basically, the whole body. I couldn't speak. And I was ending up in the hospital. And most of the time, there was a kind of danger that it could be too much, that I could die. Or in my mind, I was already dying. That was kind of, that's the funny thing about the fear or panic attacks. And so when I look at my life back then, I was a journalist, young, ambitious, working in a male-dominated environment. I was working with people twice my age. And I look at my life and I just was trying to figure out, what have I done to end up, in the hospital and be completely out of control and not knowing really what's going on with me. So I went through a bit of like an identity crisis. Prior to that, I was very independent, very strong-minded, I would say, always thinking in my own ways. And very active as well. I always followed, I thought, healthy lifestyle. And suddenly I just couldn't understand how come I've ended up with this stress-related condition. And I was in fear at some point even to go out my house because I thought that I might get an attack and I might just die somewhere on the street if the help will not come quickly enough, because my attacks were always ending up in the hospital, me being in the hospital. So it was kind of a very challenging time, and I had to look at my life, and I went with my journalistic mind. I went on a quest to find what is it actually that impacts our health and well-being, and how our mind, our thoughts influence our state as well, and how we feel. Because when I was in this moment of a panic attack, I couldn't. I mean, my mind is always very logical. Something I'm very proud of. I can go with the flow, but I'm also very logical. So anyway, I just couldn't work it out in the moment. That logic completely didn't apply to me at that time. And later, when I was just after the attack, I was just thinking, of course, I could have done this, and that. I could think differently, but I wasn't in that moment. I wasn't in control of my mind and I wasn't in control of my body. So I started really to read and study information that could help me not only to regain my health, but also to understand how we can just tap into this power of the mind, how we can use it for our benefit, how we can use it for our health, well-being. But later, I look also how we can use it for our financial success, relationship success, and some other abundant things that you might want to have in life. So my journey started pretty early, I would say, or I think it's early, at 23. And then I was very fortunate to, when I decided to come over to England, and I decided against all logic and odds, because I had a great life back in Poland and I had nothing in London, in the UK, I decided to stay here and to live in the UK, which was a bit of fun time, especially at the beginning, challenging, and kind of building character as well, I suppose. But then I was very fortunate in 1992 to meet with a gentleman, some of you maybe have heard of him, called Jim Rohn. And he became the legendary Jim Rohn. He was a mentor for Tony Robbins, if some of you know, Darren Hardy, and many other gurus, basically worldwide. And I was privileged to meet him in person. I was privileged to be mentored by him then for the 18 years until he passed away. So he introduced me to the different concept of looking at financial at mindset. But prior to that, as I experienced some financial challenges, and I already become aware that there are things that I need to learn So being part of this Jim Rohn community, let's put it this way, and the business community that I have joined at the time exposed me to certain books that started to expand my mind, started to teach me about the concept of meditation. And I started to work on really the power of the mind from a different angle. And it's been a journey because, wherever you are right now listening to this show, we all go through our own experiences in life, and certain things that we've come across, we've experienced, we're affected by, help us to form certain beliefs. The thoughts that we are thinking continually, we start to believe in them, they form our beliefs, and we started to live by them, and we almost see through them any new information, any new ideas. So as you're on this journey, sometimes you might be challenged by your own beliefs or by information that have come to you. But I would say, if I could give you an advice at this stage, early as we are talking, don't be afraid to think for yourself. Don't assume that whatever I say, or you hear that some other famous people say, quotes, or some other statements, that you have to accept them as yours, that you have to use them, that they have to become your truth. They don't. So one of the things that I've learned from Jim Rohn was something I was already living by, was to learn to think for yourself. Never be afraid to question things. If something doesn't agree with your beliefs or with your values, or it doesn't kind of go well with you, it creates some kind of inner, I'm not sure about that. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and don't to be afraid to disagree. Have the audacity, to speak your mind and to question things. And if something is just aligning with your values, with your mission in life, by all means, carry on, use it, repeat it, quote it. But if something is not, then maybe don't. Why would you repeat something that is not congruent with who you are? Because then you are creating a limit in your mind straight away. So this is something I started to learn in my early days of looking about the concept of abundance mindset. And I love that concept of thinking for yourself, because we live in a culture that we so much would like to fit in. So we would like to be sometimes a pleaser, to say things that, to comment on things that in a positive way, but it's not entirely true. We sort of if you look at your thoughts and your words and your emotions, if they are not congruent and in your actions, then that creates stress in your body. And if there is a stress, it's like a block. And any block inside your body and in your mind, it will block the flow of abundance into your life. So the more congruent you are, the more true to yourself you are, the more true and aligned you are to your thoughts, to your values, to your beliefs, and your mission, then the more abundance you can create. Pretty much, you just open this door for the flow of abundance coming to your life. So that's what I really would like to start with. And just to give you an example, I see a lot of the time people post things on Twitter saying life is short. And we probably could have it's like a common phrase, life is short. People say it. But is it? We could go into the philosophical discussion about it. Compared to what? Is it in the retrospection of the whole life or age of the universe? Or is it just our lifespan? Or is it life short, so we have to hurry up? And if you talk about something being short, you're straight away, you are not in an abundance mindset. You create a limitation for yourself. So look at the little things in vocabulary that you are using, that's at least what I do, that you can just think about it for a moment. Is it true? Is it really like that? Or maybe not entirely. Or maybe in some cases, but not in all cases. Or maybe that applies to something, but not to everything. So have fun with it. I would say don't look at the abundance as something that is very rigid. It's fluent. It just be playful with that. And look at the things, how to maybe say it differently. That has a more positive impact, more positive connotations associated with that. So I say life is precious. And life,
Bella,
yes.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Let me ask you something. Like, it's an hour show. Like, you can't tell them everything so quickly.
God,
like, you've given away like, we're good.
Oh,
like, we can
no.
wrap now. That was phenomenal. Let me pull you aside for a second. Let's talk about everybody. Just don't listen for a second. No, that was absolutely beautiful. And it is just to be known, everybody, because that we're going to actually transcribe that. And it's going to take about 300 pages. So just listen to the replay. And how did you just... I mean, first of all, you started when you were 23. So, I mean, you've only had like 3 years to even put all this together.
You are
it's just
so
freaking
nice.
amazing.
I love you.
I know. Wow. Like, seriously, Indra, like, it just needs to be like Isabella Wednesdays every once in a while.
I agree. Well, that's why she is number 4. She's made it number 4 ahead of many other people here, because
the number 4.
We have a lot of positive feedback. People get in my DMs, and you know, the space just packs out, and everybody goes crazy here listening to. Particularly, Isabella, you have a great way, and I think the wonderful thing is that you take this approach holistically to life, and I think this has been something that I remember since our first discussion in the space about abundance mindset, that it's not just something like a Band-Aid you can just kind of like stick on, you know, across your forehead and I'm abundant. Shoot,
let me take that off.
Would you please, Rav? Because the thing is that it's in everything that we're doing on a daily basis. So when we wake up in the morning, right to the end of the day, we have to be flowing in that abundance mindset in order to attract more good things in our life. And not just the other thing I really appreciate that you shared is it's about everything. It's not just the money and the career, but it's about, you know, good things that happen, good people in your life, you know, happiness, joy in your heart, all these different things that excite you. And I mean, I have a garden too. I have maybe a different garden to you, Isabella. I have a cactus, succulent, and dragon fruit garden.
Oh, wow. That's definitely different.
Right. So, but it is very abundant at the moment. So it's enjoying those little simple things, you know, the smallest, simplest things of opening your heart and enjoying and building on everything. So this is really amazing what you just shared.
Thank you so much.
And yeah, because these things are important. Because also, something that you are alluding to is by having this appreciation, by giving yourself the nurturing of these small things in nature, of even just walking around your backyard, even just appreciating something in your home. This is about, you know, this gratitude premise, and I feel like gratitude is a really nice way to lay a foundation towards abundance mindset, and it almost has to be ongoing. You know, a lot of things that you're talking about is this ongoing appreciation, awareness, awareness for our words, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, words that we are using, not just to others, but to ourselves.
Yes.
Self-talk is very important, right? Because, you know, it's like you know, you can be having a little bit of an overwhelming day, and we all have this, right? I just don't float around in the positivity vibe tribe cloud all day up there in the sunshine and you know, I wish I would come and pick me up, cloud. But it doesn't exactly work like that. So, you know, it's constantly doing some work on ourselves, and just sort of when that little, you know, gremlin, whatever you want to call it, sits on your shoulder and starts whispering not so nice, sweet nothings, you've just got to, like, you know, like whip that little gremlin off your shoulder and pick yourself up and just sort of like, hey, I am so grateful. I'm so joyful. I'm heading out to my garden, taking some deep breaths and starting on the road.
Absolutely. And you can just...
If you want to get control.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No.
If you want to get control quickly, just tell your subconscious to tell it that you're in charge. It'll confuse it for a little while. And you'll have a jump on it.
That's one way. So, well, Isabella,
I just wanted to. Yeah, okay,
sure,
carry on.
No. If you.
I had this comment. You were talking about this sort of like a little creature just on your shoulder, just telling you not nice things, and I just wanted to say, well, actually, you can just talk to this creature and say, hey, thank you for reminding me how wonderful I am. And how life is wonderful, because you talking differently, it reminds me that actually is the other way around, or I would like to look at it differently. So you can just have fun and kind of a role play and talk to that person, saying them what you would like to think. And just to add something else, I mean, for me, abundance mindset or abundance, it hasn't been, but it has become a way of life. So that's what, for me, it is actually. And maybe that's why I just look at it in every area of my life. And I've got a friend who also has a lovely phrase talking about take pleasure in simple things. And there's so much wisdom in this one sentence, take pleasure in simple things, because there's so many things around us that sometimes we just only think that a big event is just something we celebrate, we should be grateful for. But how many big events we might have in life, how many awards we might get, how many books, how often we can publish a book, not every day. But life is built from those little moments that they take place every day. This is where creation happens. And like you quoted on your video as well, on your YouTube program, you quoted Buddha, what you think you become. So the way I look at thoughts, it's not that I try to control them. I used to do that, by the way. So if you are at this stage, hey, that's no problem, because you might just move to this like a little bit, in a different direction. Now I understand that the thoughts are meant to flow, and it's just my job to pick up the ones that I want to keep. So becoming aware what sort of thoughts I'm thinking, okay, is this the thought I would like to keep? Is it the thought I would like to cherish? Is it the thought I would like to nurture? If it is, I just keep going. If it's the thought that I think, maybe this thought is not really giving me any benefit, any value, then I'll just ditch that. I'll just change it and I think something else. Because, if there is one power, incredible power that each of us is born with, is the power of choice. Sometimes we might think that we are trapped, we don't have a choice, but we do. In every single moment, in every second of our lives, we do have a choice, and we make choices all the time. We are probably not even aware of that. And we have a choice. We can pick one thought over the other. We can play with those thoughts. We can change them. We can just stack them. We can compile them. We can ditch them. We can do with them whatever we like. We have that choice. And we can choose to think, like right now, we've got this hot weather in London. We can choose to complain about it, or we can choose just to find a way to enjoy however we can that weather, because no matter how many times we complain about the heat, it doesn't make the air cooler. I mean, it would be great if it would help, but it doesn't make the air any cooler. So what's the point of complaining? It's only, again, it's blocking your mind and just blocks the flow of abundance into your life. And it's actually harmful to you. So, yes.
Absolutely. I love that. And so... And the other little thing that you can also do is kind of play a game, Isabella. I think I shared this in one of my videos, a different video, but where there is actually a little creature on my shoulder whispering into my ear, and I'm sort of saying, oh, I'm not ignoring it. I'm just saying, oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
But this is what I think. And I'm introducing a much more stronger, powerful, loving, joyful thought. This is what I think. On the contrary, that's so. Even when you don't deny it, I think it almost confuses your subconscious, and then they go, "Oh, what's that thought that you're talking about?" So, and that's another way that I kind of almost have a conversation with it. Oh, that's nice. You can think that, but this is what I'm suggesting. And this is where I want to go.
That's fabulous,
right? So
yes, that's brilliant.
Because sometimes the only reason I say that is because particularly when I was, when this was like a new thing for me, there's that resistance that we have subconsciously with our old habits, right? And I know you look, we could probably talk about this other thing. Actually, we should get you back for a Thoughts Become Things to dig into this another time. I think you'd go crazy on this topic, Isabella.
Yes.
But just so before we can move on, to the next thing. And actually, I think I want to invite people up. There were some people who were requesting. So if you do want to start requesting, we're going to invite some speakers up.
That is a good idea, Indra.
Right?
Hang on listen, Indra said you need to get off my shoulder. Okay, you can leave.
Right, you can leave. You are excused.
Get out of here. So yes, everybody tweet it out. This is coming up to the Q&A time to get a chance to talk to Isabella. Look, keep it tight, keep it fast. 1 minute at the most, 1.5, because survey says the lovely guest can talk as long as she wants, but the rest of us, they don't want to. Of course, they want to hear from us, but keep it lively, keep it moving, and let's have a little bit of fun. But there were 3 or 4 million people requesting, so jump on up and let's get going, because I know I told all of you to chill out. And okay, now let's go.
Yes, I know. We told you to chill out earlier, but now it's getting to that time. So please come up and request and ask Isabella a question about abundance mindset. Because we certainly have her expertise in this factor. And this has been the 4th time that we've had Isabella. We're so blessed talking about this. This abundance mindset series is incredible. And for many of you that weren't here, there are plenty of these previous talks, and I'm going to have to round them up in a way so that I can put a link to all of them, Isabella, which is what I'm going to do. It's on my to-do list. Yeah. So that is in the works, and that will happen particularly because we have a 4-part series. But next we're going to start a 4-part series on Thoughts Become Things, everybody. So yes, get ready for that. And we have our first speaker. Welcome, Tracy. To the Positivity Vibe Tribe, no stranger. Please ask away your question to Isabella.
Thank you for welcoming me. Well, Isabella, I wanted to ask you, because you're Polish. I'm in a deli at the moment, and I want to order some lunch, but my Polish isn't very good. So I wondered, I've got £10, and I'd quite like I don't know what I'd like really, but
good Lord, man, fish and chips.
Maybe some kind of some bread with a bit of meat in. Could you do that for me?
I'm lost, actually. I'm speechless. I'm not sure what should I say right now. So, are you in Poland right now? Actually,
no, I'm in England at the moment, but I'm in a Polish shop.
England.
I'm in a Polish shop.
You're in a Polish shop. Oh, sorry. Okay, so in a deli. Oh, yeah. Now I get it. Oh God, there is a variety. You'll be best to ask.
Well, there's lots of meats in front of me, so if you can imagine it being in a Polish deli, what meat would you try with your sandwich?
Well, they don't call it Polish ham in a Polish deli because all the ham is Polish. So I'd definitely go with that.
Okay, you ask a really difficult question because I stopped eating meat 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
But they are great Polish sausages. And Polish ham is definitely brilliant. Good sausages. Krakowska, if you ask for Krakowska, that's very good.
You have Krakowska?
Krakowska, yes, that's a good sausage.
That in Polish, though?
Well, just say it as it is. Krakowska. You just said that. So just good.
Says yes, okay.
Yeah, sausage, and they've got a very good ham as well. They've got very good pâtés. So if you've got a pâté in front of you somewhere, you can probably try a little bit. They might let you try a little bit. So if you like it, you can just pick it up and you can order it for yourself. Yes.
Great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we are open to take speakers, and we have somebody trying to get connected. Welcome, Kelly, to the Positivity Vibe Tribe. It's wonderful to have you in here. Thank you for all your support and sharing out the space as well. What question would you like to ask Isabella? Go straight ahead.
Oh, well, I wanted to say good morning to everyone, and your tribe is so lovely. It's such a nice way to start the day. And sometimes I'm not able to listen to all of it, but it's just so lovely. And to Isabella, oh my gosh, I just feel like my heart is so full right now. Everything you are saying has resonated with me. And I can't remember exactly something you said about the way we look at things. And I've always tried, if I'm in a situation that maybe is not that desirable, I always flip it around.
Mm-hmm.
I flip and then try to see it the other way. And I tell you, it works. It really does work. And I didn't really have a question other than to tell you that you're quite lovely, and I will continue listening to your words.
Oh, thank you so much. You are delightful. Thank you. Yeah. Very kind of you.
So I hope everyone has a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Thank you for dropping in, and we really appreciate all your support the Positivity Vibe Tribe receives from you. Really, really grateful. And to everybody else here in the space, I see so many members of the Positivity Vibe Tribe here. And if you're not already a member, there is a link up in the nest if you want to join this incredible tribe. And every time I head to the posts in the community, I just can't tell you how happy it makes me feel, and I'm so full of joy. So beautiful posts, beautiful people, and we are over 6,300 strong and growing, people. We are growing. So the Positivity Vibe Tribe is incredible, and it's because of all of you. So thank you. Okay, so we are taking more speakers if you'd like to pop up. Otherwise, look, Rev and I and Ron have a million questions. Ron, what are your thoughts? Do you have a question for Isabella on abundance?
Yeah. What I can think about is that with my gremlin, I put him in a dress so I don't take him seriously anymore. But besides that, I think Isabella is just an energy, it's a force, and I'm like Kelly said, just bowled over by the positivity that. And I was very, and I understand now with Jim Brown being her mentor, that must have been a great, you said you had him for 18 years?
Yes, Jim Brown. Yes.
Excellent.
And thank you so much, Ron. So I don't know, you have a question for me?
Actually, I think I just wanted to comment.
Oh, right.
I'm just, this energy go.
Ron,
Mm-hmm.
did you want mayo on that sandwich or what? Sorry. Oh, my bad. Isabella,
all cylinders today. Great.
Yes. Great. So wait a minute. Isabella is Polish.
Yes.
But it's not Polish. It's Italian. I get this now. I got it all figured out because those are just, we got the largest Polish population outside of Poland right here in Chicago.
Oh,
so
yes.
You're gonna have to come. Yes. You're gonna have to come visit.
Maybe. Yes.
Go.
Why not? Never been to Chicago yet. So by all means, it can be on my list. It wasn't entirely.
We got the delis
right now. Good. Now,
and it's cooler here than in London. But Dr. M, I think is current. I can hear the heart lung machine going. So keep that going, Dr. M. Indra. While we're here, real quick, just
yes.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say.
I was just going to say, make sure everybody looks up in the nest. Make sure everybody, tweets out the Positivity Vibe Tribe. Bring your questions. Also, make some comments about the show on the tribe because there's 6,000 people, and I mean, I don't see all of them in here. So, talk this thing up a little bit, because we all know. I mean, I'm here because I was pretty much asleep before I got here, and I'm wide awake and just having a blast.
Yes, I can tell that you had a catch up beauty sleep and you're powered on all 10 cylinders. So love that. Ron, did you want to jump in?
Yes, I actually do have a question, Isabella. You said
Mm-hmm.
you made that big move from Poland to the UK, and I know I've
Yes.
said before that I've heard a line that was, "There's not a geographical solution for an emotional problem," but isn't there a lot of strength, or a lot of wouldn't you advise people, if they want to move away to somewhere else for another opportunity, that's a good move to make?
Uh, Well, I think this is something that people have to decide for themselves. They have to look into themselves to realize what they want, what is their calling. I mean, in my case, I came here for 3 months. I wasn't intending to stay initially. Because I came here, I was already in my early stages of pregnancy. I thought I'll be fine before, obviously, my child was due. So I'll be for 3 months taking the English course and I can go back to Poland. But I had some health challenges that it was not safe for me to travel. So I was advised to stay until my child was born. And over the periods of the next few months, obviously, while I was still pregnant, a few things happened that when my child was born, my son was born, I realized I don't want to go back anymore to Poland. So that was a process. I didn't come over with a decision to leave my country. It just kind of life unfolded, let's put it this way, or my thinking, my consciousness, my dreams has been adjusted. Certain things changed, and to be perfectly honest with you, the moment I made this decision, there was no logical foundation to back it up. There was really no reason for me to stay, because we really had nothing here. And both my husband, who followed me to support me with the end of pregnancy, he was fluent in Polish and in German. I was fluent in Polish and Russian, but not really in English. So we were really having a bit of a challenging time. And back then, obviously, Poland was not part of EU. Now Britain is not part of EU anymore either. So it is kind of funny how it worked out. But what I'm saying, our diplomas from Polish universities were not recognized here. We were just another couple of foreigners who didn't speak English. So life was, I'm not trying to make a drama, but it was a conscious decision that we've made. We were prepared to deal with temporary challenges, difficulties, believing that something good will happen for us here. And I had probably stronger belief than myself, than my husband. And my husband had a strong belief in me. So somehow we just kind of pulled that together. And then we stay. And obviously, a couple of years later, I met Jim Rohn. I joined a business. I started my own business. I started to do things. And I started to work with people. My English got better. I'm still learning. Every day, new words. I do Wordle, by the way. I don't know if any of you do Wordle. I do recommend Wordle.
I do it every day.
Fantastic, a
Awesome.
fantastic game for the brain to exercise your brain. And sometimes I have completely no clue about the word, and I'm learning new words through this. So I do recommend. So it's hard for me to make a comment and recommend for people. This has to come from the individual choice. It has to be a calling, as some kind of emotional reason, trigger for people to decide whether they would like to move somewhere. I mean, to be perfectly honest, sometimes we can still create a perfectly good life in a place where we are if we just look at our mindset differently, if we create the abundance mindset. Because there's a concept sometimes we believe in, that the grass is greener somewhere else, but we can water our grass and we can just nourish it, we can cultivate it, and we can make it as green as in other places. And there are people who are thriving and are successful in Poland, in many other countries, and there are people who from those countries also travel and decide to immigrate and live in another country, thinking that life will be better over there. So there is no right or wrong. There is no any judgment on my side of anybody. But again, like I'm saying, it's an individual decision that someone has to make.
You're a diplomat. That's what I see. That's a great answer. Thank you, Isabella.
Well, I used to be a journalist. I had to be a bit of diplomat, I have to say.
Right. That's right.
Okay, so Tracy, we see your hand up. Do you have a question for Isabella about abundance mindset? Tracy?
Hi, yeah, sorry, I do. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
yes.
you.
Okay, I just wondered, what is it that you kind of gain from coaching that you got? Thank you.
Well, there is a gain in many different ways. First of all, I love what I do. And it's a joy for me to coach people, to mentor people, to speak about what I believe in, what I love. And if there's a value that people find and they can transform their life using some of the information, for me, it's just the satisfaction beyond words. That's something that fulfills me and gives me absolute joy. And I think if you are doing something that you love and loving what you do, you are then in a constant state of abundance mindset. The minute you don't like something and you're still doing it, you are just forcing yourself and you create resistance and you're blocking the flow of abundance. You're pushing yourself. You're actually harming your health and well-being, because the Buddha was saying that what you think you become. When you think thoughts that they are unpleasant, angry thoughts, or the thoughts that they are blaming someone, blaming the job, blaming employee, criticizing, those are the thoughts that create inside your body, in the cells of your body, chemical reactions. They actually create chemicals inside your body that they are harmful to your health and well-being. So for me, I'm just being probably very selfish, but in a positive way. I try not to think such thoughts because I care about my health and well-being. Health become my value, one of my top prime values in life since I ended up in the hospital when I was 23. So not for everybody's health is the highest value. For me, it is. So everything that I do, it has to go through this sort of like a filtering. How does that impact my health? Does it serve my health or does it harm my health? And the minute there is a question mark that it could be harming me, then I'm just not going in that direction, a full stop. But as I'm saying, that's me. Not everybody has to be this way. So what I'm gaining even more health and abundance by doing what I love, feeling excited and thriving in my life.
Sounds wonderful. Apart from an apple a day, what's your favourite lunch?
Oh, God, I do so many different things. I love food, absolutely. I just don't eat meat. I stopped eating meat. I've never been a meat eater. My lunch today, it was very sort of like a cool lunch. It was porridge with blueberries, strawberries, and an apple, with soya milk, cinnamon, walnuts, and some soy-based protein nutritional powders to top up my protein level. And with 23 vitamins and minerals included in that. So it was kind of very nutritious, very lovely, delicious, but feeding my body with all the nutrients that I need.
It does sound delicious. All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Pleasure.
Okay, so we have our next speaker, Peaceful Warrior. Michael, welcome to the space. Do you have a question about abundance mindset for our special guest, Isabella?
Thank you very much, Isabella. And
hello, Michael.
Hi, thank you. To you and the honored host, co-host, and speakers, thank you. I just have a comment that I like your idea to keep things light and have fun, because I think all too much in our busy lives, we don't do that. I'm terribly guilty of it. Terribly guilty of it. But I just wanted to thank you for that, those words of wisdom. And in closing, I heard that each time someone joins the community, an angel gets its wings.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you so much. It's a lovely comment. I really appreciate it.
Wow, that was beautiful. Okay, so anybody that hasn't joined the Positivity Vibe community, here is your full motivation to join now, because another angel will sprout wings and be beautified with all of that incredible energy 1,000-fold. So that is a lot of motivation. And we are over 6,300 members, strong. So that makes me just, wow, my heart is full. And how exciting is that? I love your take on that, Michael. Thank you so much. That's wonderful.
And we definitely, Ron is burning the candle at both ends. So we're definitely looking for moderators for sure. And I'm jumping in at this moment because, unfortunately, I have to bid our guest adieu, and the rest of you as well, because I've got some obligations, and I'm going to jump out. But man, this is good. This is phenomenal. And Indra, just before I go, what's happening tomorrow? And I do want to say. Ciao, Bella. Wait, no, that's goodbye.
Ciao,
see you later.
Ciao, Rev.
Tomorrow is a big day because we have the Positivity Vibe Tribe community space here at the same time at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are going to talk abundance to, it really is an abundance week mindset. And then after that, we're going to jump over to LinkedIn and do an audio room event over on LinkedIn. So, guys,
that's lovely.
I know.
That's lovely.
And Isabella, if you want to join us, everybody just do a search on me and connect to me on LinkedIn, and then when we're connected, you'll also be able to see my events, and so you'll get an alert whenever I'm holding an event. But it's going to be a regular thing that I'm going to hold a audio event over on LinkedIn after Thursday's Positivity Vibe Tribe. And then the other LinkedIn time that I do a audio room over there is Mondays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we always do a audio room over there, and a lot of the time it's about a topic that I've just written about in my newsletter. So you'll see the events coming up once we're connected over on LinkedIn, and you can always do a search if you're waiting for the connection back or something. You can just put my name in. It's Indra Bartona over on LinkedIn, and you can go to my page and you can just click on that event. But
that's fantastic. That's a really good news, and I think I should be able to make it tomorrow. I think I was going to go to a hairdresser, but I'm going on Friday morning, so
well,
looks like I will be able to join.
Absolutely, Isabella. So I think we're already connected over on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I think yes, we are. But I need to just get going with this audio thing on LinkedIn.
Sure.
Never done it yet, so it will be really good. It will be really good.
Yeah, so absolutely. Love to see you over there. Well, everybody, there is more motivation to join us after the Positivity Vibe Tribe here on Twitter Spaces tomorrow, and I'll be giving you a reminder to jump over there. So that is really exciting that we're going to be holding the show over there, and it is really fun. It is really fun because there's some new toys to play with over in LinkedIn. So that is certainly coming. So what we're going to do is we are going to, because I have a movie meeting, Zoom, that I have to get to after this space today. So I need to do some work on my movie.
Yes,
so
definitely.
We are going to kind of wrap up the space. Okay, so Ron, do you have any quick summary thoughts on abundance mindset? Because it truly has been a wonderful 4-time series. I mean, wow.
It's incredible, and it's having a scarcity mindset. It devalues your own life and your own productivity and your own goals, and it puts you in a state of it can lead to prejudice or even hatred for others. But just to know that we have enough resources and we can all be plentiful in our what we have. And so, but Isabella is just a force to be reckoned with. She's always got the best energy, and I enjoyed it always, like the last 3 times.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Just one thing, if I could add myself, just very quickly.
Absolutely.
When you because we all have times when we fall into the trap of the scarcity mindset. Very often we are not even aware of that sometimes, with the words we use and the thoughts we think, with the worries, worrying about someone. This is all part of the scarcity mindset. I just would like to say, don't beat yourself up, for that. Just be kind to yourself, because it is a process. And you will be learning more and more. Just appreciate that every emotion is of value. Even if you would like to name it as a negative emotion, it is of value. It tells you that you are not in alignment with your true self. And just kind of change the thoughts to think something more pleasant, to feel better, to open up yourself back to this abundant mindset. So every thought has its value. Remember that. Don't be too hard for yourself. Just be kind. Appreciate that we are working progress, as we like to say it, but it's not even working progress. We are basically growing every day. We are changing, we are evolving, expanding. We are part of a journey in life. So just appreciate everything that happens to you. My mantra, 2 of my mantras, my favorite ones, is that I'm always at the right place at the right time, and everything is always working out for me. And I truly believe in that. And no matter what crossroads I'm standing on and I'm pondering, where to go, what to do, I remind myself that I'm always at the right place at the right time, and everything is always working out for me. And I look for the positive aspect in any situation. So this is what I would like to end with today. Thank you so much for having me.
Amazing, amazing. We are getting close to rounding up the room. Darius is a regular in the Positivity Vibe Tribe. So I know, Darius, you're going to jump in and make it very swift so I can get to my movie meeting.
Very swift, my dear. Peace and love to the family. Isabella, in the spirit of food conversations and our love for it, right? Very swiftly, all right, just to debunk it all. I mean, people are going to do what they want to do and what they love to do. Pizza, pineapple or not? Let's go.
Okay.
Love pizzas. Love pizzas.
Pineapple on pizza forever.
Yes.
Let's go, family. Pineapple, you heard it first. Positivity Vibe Tribe. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Let's take this party somewhere else. Okay. Well, yeah. So thank you, everybody, for being here. This is an amazing space, and so many words of wisdom have been shared by Isabella over this 4-part series, and I am promising to put this together in some format eventually, so that we're going to be able to hear all of the different spaces and all the conversations. So I think this is really going to be exciting. And of course, the next series that we are going to be blessed having Isabella back is Thoughts Become Things, which is, right, it's very kind of like Buddha, very, very kind of the Buddha background. So let's do one. Absolutely, it is. I love it. So let's do one last tour/commercial break up to the nest. Everybody, we are heading on up to the nest, which is the dots above Ron and Isabella's head. The very first thing up there is, I'm excited to announce that Super Followers VIP Club is on offer, and it's a monthly paid subscription for exclusive first release content to you guys. So I am putting together some amazing videos that's going to be released exclusively first, on a first basis, to the club, and then also exclusive intimate spaces with the VIP members, where we're going to talk about some spaces that are going to invite people from the biz, the entertainment business, like the people I'm just jumping off to do my movie call with. So that's going to be fun. insights into the business. And then also there's going to be an Ask Me Anything about my career as a model, as a TV host, as a movie producer. So anything that you want to ask me about, guys, there's going to be these intimate spaces where we can just have a chat and you can ask me anything. So, and then there's also going to be spiritual spaces where I'm going to take you on a spiritual journey of meditation, guided affirmations. You guys are going to get so spoiled for that monthly subscription. So head over to my profile, click on the pink button, and below is the sign up information for that paid subscription. And then the next thing up the nest, of course, is join the Positivity Vibe Tribe community. And we would love to have you. And as our friend earlier just mentioned, Peaceful Warrior mentioned, for each person that joins a community, another person gains wings, angel wings. What a beautiful visual. I just love that. And then the next thing up and the next is thank you to our sponsors, Wordsmith Pakistan, for all that you do for your beautiful content creation. So if you guys want to get some content creation support, head up to the nest and their contact info is there. And then lastly, up in the nest is watch the show, my YouTube show, Abundance Mindset. It's 10 minutes and under to get my takeaway on abundance mindset. And I would love and be so grateful for your subscribe to my YouTube channel if you connect to all of the content that's on there. Would love that support. Okay, so this has been truly an amazing Twitter space. So grateful to you all. It's truly been a pleasure. Secondly, thank you to my co-hosts, Dr. M and Rev, and thank you to our community moderator, Ron, who's in the space, superstarring it on his own solo for the moment until we get more people to join as moderators. And thank you, Stephen, for dropping in and checking out on some of those community posts as well. We appreciate you in the space there. Thank you to all our speakers for your contributions and questions and discussions. It's been amazing to have you. Lastly, special thank you to the listeners. You guys bring the presence and the energy to this space. How very blessed we are, and how this would not be a space without all of you and all of your support. No matter how busy you are in the world, working, doing what you have to do in life, you are listening to the Positivity Vibe Tribe. Wow, that just warms my heart. And of course, we will be back tomorrow, Thursday, at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Twitter Spaces. And then straight after, we will be over on LinkedIn Live Audio. So we are going to be over there, and apparently we're going to be blessed with our guest, Isabella, is going to drop back over there. So
yes.
What a big day it's going to be tomorrow. And for those of you that missed the entire space, or you want to go back and just listen to those gems, there's going to be a replay available straight after this space. So until tomorrow, I am sending you all love, light, and blessings.
Thank you for having me. Lots of love to everybody. Have a lovely time.